upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be.
Oh look, it happened again.
The FBI says it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump.
And a myriad of bizarre questions are already being posed. How did the gunman know that Trump would be playing golf at this exact time? Because it wasn't on his public schedule.
This event was not on any kind of public schedule, so it's not clear how this alleged lone gunman knew the former president would be playing golf today, and also at what time.
The shooter was just 300 to 500 yards away from Trump at the 5th hole when the muzzle of his rifle was seen sticking through the bushes, suggesting he'd been tracking him around the entire course. CNN reports Trump's golf outing was a last-minute decision, and yet this loser still somehow got access to that information. How? Former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker said it was a scary possibility that the gunman may have been given inside information about the former president's schedule.
How did he know that Donald Trump was going to be playing golf? How did he have access to his schedule?
It's hard for me to imagine how he got within rifle range of President Trump.
Yeah.
And despite a literal assassination attempt on Trump just 2 months ago, which missed killing him by an inch, they still don't have the resources to provide him with adequate security.
He's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. Well, because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible.
Despite swift efforts to scrub his social media footprint, we already know a ton of information about the gunman, and some of it's quite strange to say the least. Just like Thomas Crooks, Routh donated to AdBlue, a Democratic Party front group. But not just once, 19 times that we know of. He was a registered Democrat since 2008. He asked Hillary Clinton to be Biden's running mate to defeat Trump. His son says his dad hated Trump, like all reasonable people, and he wrote a weird book calling on Iran to assassinate Trump. Get ready for the media to say his politics were unclear. Routh also appeared in a Newsweek video with a half-blue rinse, morally grandstanding about good and evil.
To me, you know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil.
Yeah, you're really the good guy, aren't you, mate? After the first would-be Trump assassin, Thomas Crooks, appeared in a BlackRock video, it's now emerged that Ryan Routh featured in a propaganda video for the Azov Brigade back in 2022.
Слава Україні!
The same battalion officially certified by the Blinken State Department to receive US weapons in June of this year. He was a vehement pro-Ukraine activist, profiled by the New York Times for his efforts to recruit foreign fighters, visiting DC to rustle up soldiers and weapons for the Ukraine proxy war, visiting college campuses and having odd interactions with people for the same reason.
Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
I don't do paper though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. Whatever people want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Like, do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think it's better to serve and fight in the powers, fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
Bro, but I don't do paper though. I just told you that.
Dude, then get away.
He tried to bring Afghans in to fight for Ukraine.
Officials in Kiev simply aren't interested in recruiting them.
Ukraine is reluctant to be cooperative.
That's Ryan Ruth, a U.S. citizen who set up the International Volunteer Center in Ukraine to help connect foreigners to Ukrainian military units.
Now I'm talking to over 100 soldiers every day, and pretty much everybody, all of my contacts in Ukraine, they were adamant and pretty much yelled at me every time that I suggested that we bring in Afghans.
Edward Snowden noted that Routh has Oswald vibes, saying it's hard to imagine this White House's agencies can claim zero contact, clean hands. Routh's first follow on X was reportedly a dyed-in-the-wool deep stater. This guy was glowing like hot coals, but I'm sure he'll just turn out to be another motive unknown. Kamala Harris is now the candidate of the Democratic Party via the most undemocratic coup we've ever witnessed in US history. She's basically been installed as the deep state's frontwoman without a single vote. They're actively eroding the fabric of our society. Our freedom, our democracy, and our way of life is under assault from this shadowy cabal. But they also want complete control over your health. Why? Because a healthy, strong population is harder to control. That's why they've been bombarding you with East estrogenic chemicals from plastics, junk food and hormone-disrupting trash. We must fight back. We must arm ourselves with knowledge and take back control of our health and well-being. That's why I've partnered up with Black Forest Supplements, and I'm specifically recommending their Turkesterone with Tonkat Ali limited edition supplement. There's a reason it's been dubbed the feminization killer. This supplement merges two incredibly effective natural agents for testosterone enhancement. Turkesterone is a renowned natural compound, celebrated for its muscle building, stamina enhancing and testosterone boosting effect. Meanwhile, Tonkat Ali, a revered and powerful herb, has been utilized for centuries to elevate testosterone levels, enhance libido and diminish stress. This supplement truly is an amazing natural way of boosting your testosterone to almost exorbitant levels, and it's just what we need in order to fight back against a movement that's constantly trying to feminize, control and weaken you. Black Forest has announced that this limited edition product will only be available while supplies last. Once it's gone for good, so act quickly to secure your supply. As someone who personally uses Black Forest Turkesterone with Tonkat Ali, I can attest to its profound impact on my strength, vitality, mental clarity and overall health. What's more, they're offering an incredible buy two get one free deal directly on their website. I've developed an immense respect for Black Forest Supplements. Their brand is currently under threat by the FDA because their products work and the government's not too keen on keeping you healthy. So if you're ready to fight back and take charge of your health and life, explore what Black Forest Supplements has to offer via the link down below, because trust me, you won't be disappointed. That fella who tried to shoot Trump had quite obviously been brainwashed and radicalized by the mainstream. Every point he made stank of CNN, BBC and The Guardian. People talk about MK Ultra plots. There's no need for that. It's literally just the mainstream media. Also, if Trump's down so bad in the polls as they keep telling us, why do these weirdos keep trying to kill him? The question how a second attempt on Trump's life may affect the election is urgent. Urgent for about 5 minutes before they all forget about it and sweep it under the rug like they did last time, while continually insisting that Trump is the real threat to democracy.
We talked about, you asked before, what is the greatest national security threat to the United States? It's Donald Trump. And I'm going to tell you why.
Which is clearly becoming one of the radicalizing factors in why these nut jobs keep trying to kill him. I mean, the shooter literally tweeted 5 months ago in support of Biden, asserting, quote, "Democracy is on the ballot and we cannot lose." And last time I checked, killing your political opponents isn't normally a feature of stable, functioning democracies. Within hours of the second assassination attempt, CBS News was back to droning on about January the 6th.
Democracy stopped for about 6 hours. The vote was counted at 3:44 a.m. With 2 weeks until Inauguration Day.
The year is 2084. 14 consecutive Republican presidential nominees have been assassinated. The journos are focused on Jan 6.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me.
And once again, the legacy media rushed out with its sick narrative, having likely radicalized this guy to some extent with their existential threat to democracy rhetoric, to identify once again that the real source of the blame for people trying to kill Donald Trump is Donald Trump.
Today's apparent assassination attempt comes amid increasingly fierce rhetoric on the campaign trail itself. Mr. Trump, his running mate J.D. Vance continue to make baseless claims about Haitian immigrants in Ohio. This weekend, there were new bomb threats in that town.
Their rhetoric keeps inspiring extremists to try to assassinate him. Yet they still insist it's Trump who needs to tone down the rhetoric.
Do you expect there to be calls from within the Trump campaign to do that? Because he's going to reach out to his supporters and say, let's take this down. Do you expect to hear anything from the Trump campaign about toning down the rhetoric, toning down the violence, or would that be atypical of the former president?
Meanwhile, according to NBC News, it was just a golf club incident. Maniac with AK-47 tries to kill presidential candidate. Just a little harmless golf club incident. I've been briefed on reports of gunshots fired near former President Trump and his property in Florida, and I'm glad he is safe. Really, you're glad he's safe? You publicly smear him as an existential threat to democracy on a par with Hitler, and you're glad he's safe? Leftist ghouls on Twitter rushed in with their usual hashtag be kind flair for decency. No ears were harmed, carry on with your Sunday afternoon. Rightoids will be extremely mad at me for saying this, but Trump keeps getting shot at because his own rhetoric creates a violent atmosphere. If Trump would stop disagreeing with us, we'd stop encouraging people to shoot him.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't hearing pew pew fire in the red state of Florida as common as hearing birds sing? I'm sure it wasn't personal. Please don't flatter yourself.
We don't even have a full picture of what led to the first assassination attempt on Trump.
I think the American people are going to be shocked, astonished, and appalled by what we will report to them about the failures by the Secret Service in this assassination attempt.
But the fact that this one happened in Florida with Governor Ron DeSantis leading the investigation at least means more real answers may be more quickly forthcoming. But truly at this point, can anything stop the Donald? 2 impeachments, 4 arrests, 91 charges, 2 attempts on his life, still standing.
Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be.
If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.